And welcome to another episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. Live Feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher for your digital resources. Check out travelingtechteacher.com. Also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying. So let them help you. All right, so let's get started. MGV, thank you for joining the show. I understand your new book is out. Let me talk about today's topic, and then I want to talk about your book, all right? So let's get started. So the other day, we received we're calling it a crank call. We really think it was some kind of person who, nowadays there's people that go around and call you and say, hey, you have an emergency, you have to give us $200 or, $1,000 in order for your phone bill not to be disconnected. And people willingly, thank you everyone that's joining the show, Barbara, Lindy, Danielle, thank you for joining the show. And people follow the directions that the person on the phone gives them and sends them $1,000, and it was all a hoax. Now, I'm not saying that's what happened to us the other day, but it was something that was kind of strange that happened, and so we're calling this episode Crank Call and How We Handled It. So, Jojo, thank you for joining the show. So, we got a call the other day again. This guy was on the other line, and he was claiming to be a police officer from Tennessee. So he told us, hey, first we're going through that back and forth of when you really can't hear someone on the phone, because of, the way cellular service is nowadays. If you're in a dead zone that they call, you are, your call is certain words are going to be dropped from your call. So that's what's the kind of situation we were in at first. And the guy was very rude about it. He cursed on the phone. And that's not the part that maybe made me think that maybe this is not a police officer I have on the other end. Because some police officers do use a lot of profanity, a lot. So after we got through that part where I went to a situation where the phone can be heard, I'm going to answer all your questions, guys. Please be sure to hit that question mark if you have any questions. So he gets on the phone right away and he says, this is Officer blah, blah, blah from Tennessee. Who am I speaking with right now? And I said, well, excuse me, officer, but I'm not going to tell you who I am. What is this in reference to? And then he pulled his I'm a police officer card. I'm a police officer. You got to tell me, I'm asking you, who am I speaking to? And so when you're in a situation like that, I don't really know if it's a police officer. So I want to err in a way that if it is a police officer, I still come out looking good. So again, I apologize. I'm sorry, officer, but I don't know. I can't tell if you're a real officer. I don't know who you are. You're very aggressive on the phone. You're asking for information. I can't give you that information over the phone. I don't know who I'm talking to. So after he went through that one more time with me, and then I stood on my grounds. I don't know who you are. I am not giving any information. You dialed my number. I didn't dial yours. So I'm not giving you any information. What is this in reference to? So he tells me, he gives me a name. He says, do you know this person? And again, I'm not going to give any information. So I didn't know the person, but I just said no. And the person just hung up. I think it was a crank call. Maybe if I had said something, this is, if I would have said who I was, he probably would have said, you have tickets, outstanding tickets. If you do not send over money right away, you just going to be a warrant out for your arrest. So I think it was fake. The fact that if it was a real police officer and he's smart enough to know that if I say I'm not going to give information over the phone, he's smart enough to know that he's going to find some other way to try to prove that he's a police officer so he can get his information that he needs. Maybe come to where I live. Good luck trying to come into Italy, right? But I think it was a crank call. So why I'm doing this live feed is to tell you guys, be very careful. When you pick up a phone and there's someone on the other end is very quick trying to get information, trying to make it sound like this is emergency, we have to do this quickly, give me all your information. Say, whoa, no way. Don't give any information to people like that. You could be scammed. So we did the right thing. I think we did the right thing. If the police, if there really is a warrant or anything that our organization can give, can help with, they're going to contact us. That's the way I look at it. They're going to find a way to contact us and do it the right way. That's the way I look at it. So let's see here. So Danielle says, how's Italy? Italy is great. It's a little chilly right now, but it's great. We're in lockdown right now. You can't really go anywhere. You can't leave your little towns because numbers have went up. But I trust that Italy will get them under control. So that's where we're at. Jojo Baby Legs says, hello to you, Jojo. Lindsay says, you got this. Thank you very much for the kind words. And let's see, MGV, I hope she's still on because she's got a new book and I want to talk to her about it. So let's see. She says, hello everyone, my anti-bullying children's book is out now. Check it out. Little voice, colors the grays. Sorry for the shameless plug. No, that's all right. MJ, you are part of the family. So yes, you can plug away all you want. So let's see. Jojo Baby Leg says they aren't police officers. Usually they might be ex-police officers because they didn't cut the mustard. Well, I guess it's better to cut the mustard than to cut the cheese, right? So, but policemen aren't effing with people like that. They're too busy. Exactly. Yes. Thank you, Jojo. Exactly. To just call me and not know who police, I know with everything that's going on, defund the police and the unfortunate murders that happened earlier this year. Police are not getting a good rap. But the good police officers, smart police officers, know not to waste their time picking up a random phone when they don't know who they're calling. When they're calling, they know who they're going to expect on the other end of the line. They know what to do. When I will give police officers that credit, that they know who they're calling, what they're calling, how they're calling. Then if let's just say the previous person that had my number, because it's a new number, has a felony or something, they're not going to call me and take the chance that they're going to warn the person that the police are coming after him or they're looking his way. So they're not going to do that. So you're right, Jojo. I get this occasionally too, says Jojo. Yeah, I think it's a scam. That's why. And you really laugh. It's really funny because you look at things and you say, really, are people stupid enough to fall for this? You'd be surprised. And remember, if someone is trying something, it's because it worked in the past. Okay? If you see a sign in a store, do not do this, do not do that, and it sounds ridiculous, it's because some stupid person did it. So That's a good way of looking at it. So MGV says, believe it or not, I was being bullied for writing a book for my bullied son. You couldn't make it up. Oh, I believe that. I believe that. It's really a shame. I don't want to seem like I'm tooting our horn here at the bullyexposed.com, but we should have had at least 10,000 followers by now, but we don't. You know why? Because we get followers, and how I know this is because I follow up and I ask these kids. We get followers, right? And they'll like our stuff or they'll comment on our stuff. And then their friends will see that they commented on Stop the Bullying, Stop the Bullying _ together. And they'll start teasing them about it. And then they'll drop us from their account. If you're a kid and you did that, or this is happening to you, create a name that no one knows. Follow us under that name, because we got information that we can help you deal with your bullies. Okay? So don't, first of all, you should not let your bully control you. But I understand people are just getting to understand how to deal with bullies. So if you're new, understanding how to deal with bullies, and you're being bullied for liking our account, okay, unfollow us and then create another name and follow us under that name. And don't tell anybody that name. No one. No, tell your parents, of course, but that's it. No one. Don't tell anyone that name. And you follow us there. You can like us there, ask our questions, and nobody will know who you are. That's the best thing to do. But yeah, we should have had at least 10,000 followers by now. But we can't, because every time we like us, some bullies start to bully people, and then they unfollow us. And that's a shame, because now they're not getting the information that they need to deal with that bully, and they're alone. And that's the worst thing about bullying, is when you are alone, guys. When you're trying to solve it alone, that's the worst thing you could do. So pay no attention to them, MGV, and just keep doing what you're doing. That's the way I look at it. Jojo says it runs deep. The kids need to know before they make it to adulthood. Yes. Thank you, Jojo. Thank you. Yes, they need to know. They need to know. So MGV, tell me more about your book. Where, if you put a link up right now, MGV, is people really can't click on it. But if you have a small website that someone can remember, like when we say thebullyexposed.com, it's easy to remember. Is there a site that it's easy to remember? Or put up the name of the book again, and if you can buy it on Amazon, tell them Amazon, go to Amazon, or whatever the people can buy it. First of all, can people purchase it online? Let me know. But yes, kids should know. Okay, so MGVACIAGO.com. I'm going to say that again. MGVACIOGO. No, I did that wrong the second time. Hold on. MGVACIAGO.com, guys. You can purchase the book. Miss Warm Bottom, thank you for joining the show. Let's see. All information is on here. Thanks so much for your support. On sales, pretty much anywhere, Amazon, book depository, etc. Awesome. I've never heard of book depository. My wife's a big book buyer, so she probably knows about it. I'm only into getting textbooks and things, if I want to read up about a particular subject. That's where I do most of my reading. MGV says, I'm determined to have the last laugh over these bullies and prove to my son that bullies never win. Good for you. Good for you. That's awesome. Now you gotta come on one day live so you could tell us, what made you create this book. What was your thought process? What you do, to get to where it is now. Is it self-published or is it with a company? Let me know. But to get back to our subject real quick, crank calls. Yeah, never fall for them. You get somebody, you gotta understand they these people get on the phone right away. They make it look like it's a life or death situation. Hey, you got to do this. You got to do this real quick. If you don't do this, your lights are going to be shut off. I've heard so many different things. You know, your lights are going to be shut off. Your car is going to be taken away from you. You know what? You know you made the payment on your lights. Don't fall for that. You know, even if you didn't make the payment on your lights, the phone company is not going to call you and say if you don't pay now, we're going to you know we're going to shut off your lights. But it's ridiculous. MGV says, let's see, she says, would love to chat with you. Let's organize it. Yes, let's do that. You're in England, right? Now that I'm in Europe, all my followers in England, we're only, I think, an hour or two behind now. Let's see. It is 1900 right now. What time is it where you're at? I believe you're in England. Let me know. Are you in England, MGV? But yeah, what else are your guys' thoughts about this subject? Has MGV, I don't know if you said anything. Yes, London, okay. Has this ever happened to you? Is this happening in London, where you're getting calls and it's like, hey, you got to pay this amount, pay it now. Give me your credit card information right now, and I could. And it's really sad because if someone says, okay, you got to make this payment now. Okay, you're ready to make it now. Okay, what's the credit card number? They write the credit card number. They give you the number in the back. I don't know if they do that in Europe, but in America, there's a number on the back. When you purchase things over the phone, you got to give that number on the back, and then they might turn around and say, what's your mother's maiden name and the last four digits of your social security number in order for this to go through. You give that information, and if they get your address, oh no, they don't need your address. But with that information, mother's maiden name and social security number, if you give them the whole social security number, again, I don't know what numbers they go with in Europe, but in America they go with social security number, full name, social security number, mother's maiden name. They can open up credit cards in their own. Smiley Son, thank you for joining the show. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. And now they have credit cards. They could open up credit cards in your name, and you're done. So, don't fall for the okey doke on the phone. Watch what information you give over the phone. That's the way I look at it. Let's see. MGV says, my mom has been targeted as a Punisher. She was shaken. Punisher. Oh, wow. Yeah, they target the old folks because they're not keen on that. Let's see. Jojo says, it is my experience that when the bullies get the fear of God put in them, they will back down if they know you're truly not afraid. You have 24/7 support. They back off. Be brave. Yup. And Smiley says, hey, it's Kenzie. Hey, Kenzie, how you doing? I haven't talked to you in a long time. Let's see. MGV says they target older people who get confused and scared and usually give in without even thinking. Yeah, exactly. Very, very well put. So tell your parents, don't answer the phone. Don't give information over the phone. Somebody asks for you for information over the phone, you say, call back when my son is here. There's one thing about phones and doors. You don't have to answer the door to your house. You don't have to answer phones. Everybody thinks that you have to answer the phone. I'm sorry. I'm a nice guy. I'm a very nice guy. I hope you guys can see that from being on my show. But if I pick up the phone and it's like, hey, Mr. Santiago, we want to sell you something. Click. I don't say, nope, sorry, not interested. I don't say none of that. It's click, boom, gone, goodbye. Nope, don't call my cell phone. You know, now, especially now, before it wasn't a problem. Before, when we had minutes, it was like, don't call my phone, my cell phone. When I got minutes, you guys remember that? When everything was minutes. Now, pretty much everything is unlimited. But on our phones that we have in Italy, you have to have a bank account in order to open a cell phone account with unlimited. So we don't have unlimited. We're back to old school. Living here in Italy, we're back to old school. We have limits on our cell phone. Don't call me. I ain't going for that. Don't call me trying to sell me something on my cell phone. Nope. Sorry. So you don't get a, hey, you're calling me on my cell phone. I'm sorry. Nope. You get a click, done. Or you don't get a pickup at all. Lately, the way I've been doing things, and I think a lot of you should do it, is we have caller ID on every phone, right? I don't recognize the number. I don't pick it up. Period. Let it go to voicemail, and let someone, and let them leave a voicemail, and then I will come and listen to it and answer appropriately. You don't have to answer your door. Same thing with the door. I don't answer my door. Don't come to my house without, me knowing that you're coming by, because you're going to get left out in the cold. Let's see. Jojo says, no, she said that already, right? Oh, no, she hasn't. She says, my parents had their rent raised and been cornered by the police. Be brave, don't back down. Play the long game. Yup. And what is that? South. Oh, that's a long name. I'm going to call you South Vid. South Vid is on. Thank you for joining us, South Vid. Jojo also goes on and says, just dealing with their paranoia is enough to kill somebody. Yeah, so don't fall for it, guys. Don't fall for it. Don't answer your door. You don't have to answer your door. You don't have to answer your door. You don't have to answer the phone. You don't have to stay on the phone. That's another thing. You're okay. You do answer the phone. Hello, yeah, trying to sell you something, sir. Oh, okay. I appreciate it, but I'm not interested. But sir, don't you want? I thank you, but I'm not interested. But sir, we can give you 50% off now if you act now on this phone call. But sir, and you're sitting there for going through that loop. Don't go through that loop. That's why I don't even say I'm not interested. The hang up. When I hang up and you hear that dial tone, that tells you I'm not interested. That's the way I look at it. And that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it, guys. Because, if it's one of those scammers, they're going to get, they're smart. They're going to get some kind of information because they know how to trick you and keep your mind off of what you're doing. That's why the best thing to do is not say anything. That's the way I look at it. That's really the way I look at it. But let's see. So that book, the MGV came out with. Shoot, I gotta go down. Let's see, where is it? Well, the website, I got the website, so it's mgvaciago.com. Okay, guys, and the book's name, we gotta go way back for the book's name. Let's see. Damn it. I can't find it. Little big voice. Colors the grays. All right. Big little, right? Big little voice colors the gray. And again, you can find that on the internet at mgvaciago.com, guys. So check it out. All right. I want to thank JoJo and everyone that came on, especially MGV, to talk about her book. Thank you guys so much. Remember, don't be scammed, guys. Don't be scammed. Because it's not fun when you realize you've been taken. That's for sure. So that's going to do it for us on this episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. I want to remind you that Live Feed is brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying. So let them help you. And also brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher. For your digital resources, check out travelingtechteacher.com. And hey, teachers, tomorrow, Traveling Tech Teacher is going to have I believe 25% off sale. Don't quote me on that. I believe it's 25%. It might be a little lower. But they're going to have a big sale tomorrow in honor of Thanksgiving. So check out their site at Traveling Tech Teacher. And I will also put a post up on my feed so you can link up to them. All right, guys? So remember, anyone can wear the crown. Anyone can be a hero. Be kind to one another. And have a great day. Bye.